Remember the rules I told you.
What were the rules?
We can't mention where we work.
Oh, or where we are.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lindsey Cole. I'm out here. I am currently employed at.
No, they're going to find me, my stalkers.
This is Jet Largo. His address.
Do you want to do the intro for me? Because I hate doing intros.
No, what do I say?
Welcome back. This is another episode of the Heavily Spiced Podcast. I'm your host, Jet, and with me today is my friend and coworker, Lindsey Cole. Lindsey, say hi.
Is this actually happening right now? We just
this
started?
is real, yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me we were starting. Start over.
Oh, man, you're peeking.
Peeking at what?
We're not doing it. Okay, one more time. Welcome back to another episode of the Heavily Spiced Podcast. My name's Jet, your host, and with me today is my coworker, Lindsey Cole.
Hello.
Are you nervous still? Look, none of it matters. This is what I was trying to explain to everyone who's ever done it.
This is funny.
So you're a big fan of the podcast, right?
I have seen.
How many episodes have you watched? Truthfully, how many episodes
Probably
have you
like
seen?
total like 10 minutes of the two that I started. No. I got to the stock parts.
Oh, from the last one?
Mm-hmm. It was interesting.
Yeah, but you hated it.
No. I was
Well,
just
you
watching
just told me.
Grays. Never said I hated it.
Well, here's the thing that I get a lot is that everyone's going to be real critical of everything that I do, and then when I go deep into it, they've only seen like 10 or 15 minutes
Of the podcast?
of anything that I do. Because I've been doing YouTube for a while.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Under
I started
this?
Yeah, under Heavily Spiced. I started in like 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were making videos every single week, my friends and I.
Like
You can move it.
vlogs? I feel like it's too far away.
Yeah, you can move it. It's fine.
Like vlogs? Like
Yeah,
David
we were doing
Dobrik?
vlogs. Yeah. Our hero was David Dobrik.
Really? Do you
Yeah.
still watch him?
No, he was not my hero. Him or Emma Chamberlain. They're good though.
Mm-hmm.
They're very successful at what they do, but we aren't that brand. I mean, do you see me as a David Dobrik sort of type?
No, I feel like what would you do to be like entertaining? Hey
Nothing.
guys, this is me
It
in my
wasn't.
room. Here's Ariana Grande.
Okay, that's not me.
Mm.
No, all it was my friends and I got together and we just made videos.
Mm-hmm. Like
And
just
they
sitting
were-
here?
Yeah. Well, no, we'd go out and do stuff
Oh.
in Conyers. I can name drop that city because that's been name dropped so many
Sus.
times. I don't live there anymore.
Jets from Conyers. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not. I'm never going back there, dude. You ever been to Conyers?
No.
That shit sucks.
I've been to Covington.
It's the same. The same fucking thing.
Well, like all I've went there is for my dad's work. Like I literally drove there and left.
Yeah. It is what it is. So let's see. Yeah, I've been doing YouTube for like a few years, but like it was just so, I don't know. I've just evolved past that. It's funny too because I was thinking about it and I get pretty good feedback on the podcast even though you don't watch it. I get pretty good feedback from it. I at least get people who are like, yes, I enjoy this.
Yeah.
And when I was doing the vlogs,
No one.
no, I never got that. So it leads me to believe that at least I'm doing something right.
I feel
At
like only
least.
our coworkers watch it.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Oh.
But the whole point of Heavily Spiced, this was never supposed to succeed, and I have no hopes of
Oh,
it
so it's
succeeding.
just for fun.
Yeah, for fun, but like if you want to apply for a job, like doing YouTube, like editing videos or doing podcasts or anything, and I don't go to school, so I don't have any educational value whatsoever. It's like, yeah, I do all this stuff, but I have nothing to show for it. They're gonna be like, no, we're not hiring you. But if I'm like, I run a YouTube channel and this is it, and this is how I do it, and you can see everything, then they'll be more likely to be like, oh yeah.
So you want to do something with this?
Basically, that'd be a great
Like your goal.
Yeah, but realistically, I kind of have to put everything to perspective and be like, is it really gonna happen? Maybe not.
Well, maybe not this, but you could work for somebody bigger.
Yeah, that'd be fun too. I'd enjoy that a lot. We were talking about what we enjoy the other day at work.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were
you
having
enjoy nothing.
We were having some bad. I have this. Okay, I'll be honest on the podcast. I only mean like half the things that I say most of the time, obviously. But like, and I'll stop rambling and we can talk because you're my guest. So I want to hear what you have to say. But
Oh, no.
what? I only mean like half the things that I say,
Mm-hmm.
right? But truth be told, I do want to do stuff that's more oriented towards podcasting and YouTube and everything else. And not so much. I only say those things just because I have this weird view of where I'm like, am I who I say I am, or am I who people think I am? Does that make sense?
I feel like it's both.
And I feel like a lot of people do that too, but I think
Mm-hmm.
for mine, I'm just like, wait, is this me, or is this who you think I am? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always get caught in that sort of mindset, that trap of being like, you know, this isn't what I'm supposed to do. This isn't my role, so to say. This isn't who I
Why?
am.
You can do whatever you want.
I know, but I just do that instinctively. It's like in my brain to do that.
Well, stop.
I know.
That's why I told you that you need to move and do something. You're like, no, it's the same thing. No, it's not.
Yeah, I have a shit view on life.
Yeah, I know. that needs to fix, buddy.
This is just a therapy session then.
No.
That was this point.
Change the subject.
Okay, fine. We got too deep, too fast, too
Okay,
deep.
change.
Change the subject. We're going over Disney Soul. That's what I want to talk about.
Trash. It really wasn't that bad. It was just like not something I'd be like, oh my gosh, go watch Soul. It's so good.
That's what I would say.
Really? Yeah, that's what you told me.
Yeah.
And then I was disappointed.
That's why I wanted to talk to you about it. Well, we watched it like what fucking. How long have we been saying we're gonna do this podcast?
I don't know, since like November. And then
Yeah.
you're like, no, I don't want to do a podcast with you. And
I did
so-
not say that.
Yeah, huh?
I did not say that. I
Mhm.
said,
You said, what would we talk about? And that's when I was
Yeah.
like, why don't we just do pizzas? And you're like, no. We could do like a mukbang.
oh, speaking of which, shout out to Brooke
Oh, yeah.
who made us pizzas before the
Mhm.
podcast. Thin crust pepperoni, the best of the best
Mm,
from
no.
Marco's.
I think the deluxe is the best. Or the pepperoni melt.
From Marco's.
Have you had that one?
Mm-mm.
It's literally just a pepperoni pizza with cheese over it again.
Oh wow.
It's good.
Yeah, I might do that. It's
It's-
free though, right?
Yeah, from Brooke.
Hell yeah. All right. Thanks, Brooke.
Right.
All right. Anyways, Disney Soul. That's what I wanted to talk about because this movie, I got like emotional towards it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did Jet cry?
There was a single tear that rolled down my
No.
eye.
See, and I cry in literally everything. Always. I
yeah,
cry in
you
Monsters
didn't-
Inc. Didn't
you
cry
like
once.
this. What's funny is the guy who made this made Monsters Inc.
Really?
The same dude. He made Up, Monsters Inc. and Inside Out.
Wow, and I cry on all of this. Well, we thought that it was like a knockoff version of Inside Out, but the only problem
agree with
that I
that.
really had with it was that like it didn't build up. It was like he was a teacher, he got his role, and then he just died.
Yeah.
And then it's
So,
just like his way of coming back.
if you haven't seen the movie, he dies. Spoiler alert.
Oops.
He dies. No, he's a jazz teacher. He dies. He goes to the afterlife. Then he finds out that they train souls to have purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets one, and he's just basically he's lying to these beings that are out there, so he can just get back. He wants to come back alive,
Yeah.
back to life, but they're not letting him. But spoiler alert, he does come back to life. And well, what I like the most is his whole purpose in life was to do music.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wanted to do. And right before he dies in the beginning of the film, he finally gets to play in front of people, which is
Right.
which is whole motive for it.
And then he just died.
Yeah.
It was like the first 5 minutes of the movie. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, here I am. Oh, I got my part. Dead.
Well, it is weird too because the main character is like this is the weirdest part to me. And I think this is why it sort of didn't correlate well
Mm-hmm.
with most people is because the main character is like a 30-year-old, 40-year-old black male. And which is fine, but
Right.
when we look at Pixar movies, they're about bugs,
Mm-hmm.
robots, toys, monsters. It's just like this one is so grounded in reality that it just doesn't even seem like it fits a Pixar film.
Mhm.
And I think that's
That's
the
true.
problem. And that's what I have. I mean, he does go to the afterlife, which is okay. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but I think more or less the thing that I enjoy the most about the movie is it's about death. And I think people run away from that topic too often.
Yeah.
Like, my father passed away last year. Every time I mention it, the
Mhm.
conversation just ends.
Right.
That's it. People don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
see that.
it's fine, but like, I felt like it's good for a kid's movie to sort of address this.
That's true.
And it's not riddled with religion,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is the main purpose.
Which is good. Yeah, I guess it makes death not seem so scary, like in the movie.
Yeah, because I remember, I'm trying to think of the first memory I have of death. Probably my grandfather passed away, or like one of my pets or something.
Yeah.
And that's when you have that in like your like little 6-8-year-old mind, you can't really grasp what that is. That people that's just gone forever, and then that's it. I remember you just don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's it.
See, I haven't really experienced that much with death until recently. Like, my great grandma died when I was like 4 or 5. Didn't go to the funeral. I was too young. So like, I mean, I honestly have like one memory of her that I still remember. So like, it's sad, but it didn't like affect my life that much. I still have all my grandparents.
Yeah.
Everything. And like, my first funeral that I ever went to was actually Brooke's dad. And that was, yeah. So that was like my first death experience. So I haven't had anything immediate in my family happen until when my friend died last year.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I had. So it is weird.
Yeah, I know. It's strange because all of a sudden I felt like, oh, I'm 27 years old now. Or I guess I was 26 at the time. And it's just like, I'm not an emotional person, but all of a sudden, emotional Persian. But all of a sudden it's like, boom, it just hits you. Yeah. And then it's like, that's it. Nothing else. You'll never see him again. That's it. Yeah. And so, I don't know. I felt like with watching this movie, it felt more real. It felt more like it was like a Disney Pixar movie, but made for adults. It's not for kids. Because I don't think as like a kid I would want to watch this movie. Well,
maybe it would be like a good way to like, I don't know. So like if you don't raise your kids like religiously, it's like a good way like, oh, maybe this happens after.
Yeah, I think that's because I grew up religious. I went to a Christian school.
Really?
Yeah. But we've never talked about this?
No.
Oh, yeah, I went to a private Christian school.
Really?
And you know me, I'm very much against religion. I'm not like, fuck
not
you,
against
you're religious,
it, but like, doesn't bother you.
No, I just think when you're in that sort of church, when you're in that sort of space, you're surrounded by people who just agree with whatever you're saying. And so when you're brought up to sort of agree with them, like, oh, heaven's real, hell's real, all this is real, then these adults agree with you constantly. And there's no form of back and forth. There's no argument towards it.
Right.
There's no questioning of it. And when you do get older, you do question it. And then what are you then? You're just, you just lose your sight of what religion is. So that's why I'm not against it, but I want people to believe not because it's what everyone else does, but because they actually believe it. And I think most people don't actually believe the stuff that they say. They just do it because it's what everyone else around them believes. And it gives this persona to everyone else that they're like, oh, you're a good kid.
Right.
Because you do this. Because you go to church, you're a good person. And me, like at the school, my friends and I were like totally 180 of those people. So it just wasn't ever a part of it. And so when I was faced with that backlash, especially with death, I feel like when you really sort of get pushed over like, what do you believe? Is any of this real? Because that's when shit hits the fucking fan.
Right.
Not when like, someone else that you don't really know that well that passes away. It's like, well, if I don't see them, then, I never saw them to begin with. But when someone like my dad passes away, it's like, okay, all of a sudden I'm faced with this emotion and faced with this, and I have to make a decision soon with what I believe. And it's just, I don't know. Most people just don't really have that sort of, they don't get hit with that until it's too late.
Right.
When it's already like, you're 26 like me.
Old.
How old are you again? Like 20 something?
I'm 20.
You're fucking
I feel like
Zoomer,
we've been
bro.
over this. We've been over this so many times.
I forget.
I don't even know my last name. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
That wasn't even a bit, too.
I know. You really didn't know my last name. I've known you since like June.
Yeah, I was the first person you met.
Yeah, you trained me.
At the place we can't name.
Yeah.
So don't name it.
You were terrible, too.
Okay, we're not getting into that.
Okay, anyways.
We're
back to Soul.
Why do you hate this movie?
I love so much? Okay, it's a good movie. I didn't like dread. Okay. Like when I was watching it wasn't like, oh my gosh, can't wait for this to be over. I just wish there was more. Like when he came back, whatever happened to whatever that person's name was, who was actually in his body and she got a life. Like, I want to know what happened to her,
yeah,
what she did with her purpose, because he completely changed her life, and that ended up being his purpose, in my opinion, is he completely changed her, and that's why he got his body back.
Yeah. It does sort of like, I don't know.
Just
It's
cuts
it's
off.
kind of weird too. It's like a weird movie. He like switched bodies with a cat.
I know. That was cute though.
That's the part I didn't like.
Oh.
I do like cats, but
I thought it was cute because he was like still there
okay.
seeing everything, but he really had no control over what she was doing with him.
Yeah.
It's kind of
so
cool.
1 out of 10, what do you give it?
Like a 6.5, 7.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a good
usually
score.
I'm like pretty up there. Like I like a lot of movies that I watch.
Oh, really? How often do you watch movies?
See, my problem is like when I start something, I don't want to mix anything with it. So like Grey's Anatomy, only watching that. I don't really watch. I'm watching all the Harry Potter movies right now.
See, that's the thing is like, wait, which one are you on? I want to go back to that.
We watched the 5th one last night, but I fell asleep during it, so I have to. I've seen them all like multiple times,
okay.
but it's Brooke's first time and Addison's first time, which is Josh's roommate.
How do you go the whole? Because that's just such a monumental thing. Like I don't know how you just.
Brooke doesn't watch
that.
anything. She's never seen. Oh my gosh, wait, she hasn't seen like a bunch of movies that like everybody has seen.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was in. Was like there's so many movies that I've just heard of, and I'm like I should just watch this. So that's what I'm doing because I never watch movies.
Why? They're good.
They're just like too long, and then if I'm like I don't know, it'll be like 1 a.m, like it is now, and I'm like if I start a movie, it's gonna be like 3.
Can't think of it like that. Just pause it and come back. But that's also my thing is if I start something, I finish it usually.
Yeah, I try to do that. I feel like it'd be looked down upon if you start a movie and then you're like pause it halfway through. I'd be pissed if that happened.
Right, because like how could you find a good spot to stop? Especially if you're like halfway through, then like it's not like it's pretty good then.
What's the greatest movie you ever seen?
Oh, that's hard. I can't say that.
You don't have one? Mine's The Lion King.
The Lion King, that one's pretty good.
That's my favorite.
I already told you my favorite movie, but I honestly don't know the greatest movie I've ever seen. I like them all. See, that's my problem is I give them all like 10s.
I told you, the internet loves people who are just super opinionated. Like you gotta have like just a designated like I hate this, I like this. You don't have that? Okay, never mind.
I told you my favorite movie is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Like that's what I've
seen.
Like,
we were just talking about it like 20 minutes ago.
I've seen it like a billion times and it'll never get old to me. So I guess it would be something like that. But if it was like, I don't know, like a classic one or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm trying.
Grease.
I've been going back. Ugh.
I love that movie. It's so good.
John Travolta's pretty cool, but other than that, I don't really know about that. Yeah. Well, let's change the subject.
Okay.
When I start something, though, I definitely have to finish it. Like, when I do for a series of shows, my friends, and probably maybe you, do you binge watch shit? I'm totally against it.
How?
Because I feel like you should enjoy the show. Like, I want to just sit there and I watch it, and I'm like, yeah, but the more you watch it, the closer you are towards the end.
Yeah. I want to get it going, buddy.
No, I want to make it last. I want like everything to be like, oh yeah, I remember this time in my life because this is what I was doing. And I feel like if I just binge watch it, it's just like, oh yeah, that 1 week where I did it. Yeah, I don't fucking remember that shit anymore.
No, I finished it in days. Like Outer Banks, me and Brooke started that shit at like 1:00 in the afternoon. We killed it one day.
That's awful. I disagree with that.
No, you can't stop because. Did you ever watch that series?
No, I have no idea. What is it?
Outer Banks? It was so popular like right in like May. Like right when Corona hit. It was super popular. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it the Netflix show?
Yes. It's so good. Let me get some of that.
Yeah. We got Fanta here. You can have the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, we just finished working at said place we can't name.
And killed it tonight.
We did. We got off at 11:30. We closed at 11.
I'm pretty sure we clocked out at like 11:24.
And then you took like an hour to get here, which is fine.
You told me to take my time, first of all. Second of all.
That was just being nice. No, it was.
I took a
fun.
shower.
And then you brought pizza, which is dope.
You can have the last sip. You can have the backwash.
I'll take it. All right, let's talk about love.
No.
Why don't you want to talk about it? It's Valentine's Day. This is coming out.
I hate Valentine's Day.
I don't know why
don't
you hate
it. I think it's stupid.
It is. I agree. That's why I like it.
What? Like,
We're agreeing on it,
I don't
but I
know.
like it for the same reasons why you hate it.
I just think it's stupid. I always think that stuff's stupid. Like, I don't like talking about feelings.
Did you have a bad Valentine's Day one day?
No, I've never had a bad Valentine's Day. I've actually had pretty good ones.
Do you get stuff on Valentine's Day?
No, I don't like presents at all.
That's okay.
Like,
What do you do for Christmas then?
well, I mean, my parents get me stuff and I get them all stuff, but like, if it's from like a significant other, I don't
It's
like
funny.
it.
It's
no,
just
it's
cheesy.
awkward. It's awkward.
Just cheesy,
like
but
when
it's just
Josh
funny.
gave me my Christmas present.
Josh is your boyfriend.
Yes, Josh is my boyfriend. When Josh gave me my Christmas present, I literally told him, I was like, don't watch me open this because I'm not good at reacting. And when somebody's like staring at me, like if it was me and you and I gave you a present, I'm just like watching you open it.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
hate
nerve wracking?
Yeah, I hate that.
See, I don't like it.
Because you're just watching, I'm like, this is great.
And that's like Valentine's Day for the whole day. They're just like constantly like, they're like, it's like this whole like persona of like spoiling each other. No, just like cook dinner together and enjoy each other's time like you should do anyways. That's why I think it's stupid.
No, I like it when it's stupid though, like when it's just goofy. I don't know.
No, like I don't want to get flowers.
Will you be my Valentine? You don't want that? I
No.
don't know. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, did you ever find a Valentine?
No. Well, maybe. I got a few more days.
What about the
Yeah,
girly
no.
pop that said add me on Snapchat?
Oh, stop.
pay.
Stop. This is getting too much.
Okay.
Ugh. I had no idea what that meant. What was it again?
AMOSC. Lindsay, what does this mean?
I thought she was speaking some weird shit,
I
bro.
said,
I was
Jet,
like, I
she's
didn't
trying
know
to
what
add
was
you on
going
Snapchat. You said, nuh-uh, she wrote this weird thing.
It said pay. Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
Pay. That's all I remember.
I'm bleeping that out.
Why?
Because what if...
You didn't put
what
the
if
numbers.
she's I don't even remember it. I had to turn it anyways.
Mm.
I like Valentine's Day.
Why?
I think it's stupid, but that's why I kind of like it. Because it's a day about love, which I don't even believe
Bleh.
in. So,
I'm about
but-
to burp.
that's fine. Just burp away. Yeah. The problem is there's no fan, so it's just
So
going
it's
to
just
stay.
gonna smell.
Yeah, and I told you my windows don't work.
Yeah, mine don't either.
Look, Valentine's Day is where it's at. I don't know
No.
why you're so against love.
I'm not against it.
And you have a boyfriend, so what does it matter?
I've never liked Valentine's Day. It's weird. I don't like it.
Whatever.
I think it's like awkward. You know, because it's like, am I supposed to get him something? Or is it like just like a girl thing where I just get like flowers and chocolates? You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
in like other countries, I think like Japan, the women always just get, the guys don't do anything.
Really?
Yeah, the girls just make chocolate and give it to the boys they like.
That's what I
that's
asked
like-
Josh. I was like, are we doing anything for Valentine's Day? He's like, no, but you're buying me a present.
Oh my God. I like the chocolate though.
Yeah,
I can't
Brooke
wait-
gave me chocolate today from her parents, and it was good.
I can't wait for the day after Valentine's because that's when I'm going to go to the grocery store and get all that shit for cheap.
Yes, that's
And
what
then
I
we
do
get
too. Same with Halloween.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that for Halloween too.
Mhm. The
But I feel-
big bags.
At Halloween, especially where we work, people are just giving out candy.
When did you ever get candy?
What do you mean? People bring it all the time.
I didn't get any candy.
Remember we sat there and we bagged shit?
Yeah, that was because we were doing a thing,
Yeah. and
not
I took,
because like somebody
bro, I
comes in.
took
and says,
so much of that
"This is-"
shit home.
Did you actually? I only ate it there, and it made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, we made those Butterfinger bags.
That was you.
No, we're not getting into that. We're not getting
okay.
into that.
Okay. Sorry.
You're getting way too
You started it.
personal. All right, all right, what time are we at? Ow. 25, jeez. All right, let's wrap it up.
Are
What's
you
the last thing?
serious?
I mean, I told you this time
It's
flies,
short.
bro.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't talk about anything.
We did. We talked about death, soul, and candy. We got to wrap it up with something else. What's one last
Okay.
thing you want to talk about? Valentine's Day. We talked about pizza. Your goals in life, your dream.
No.
Why don't you want to talk about
What about
that?
yours?
People
you
wanna
never
talk-
tell me. I ask you this all the time.
I already told you I want to do this.
Oh yeah.
I told you I want to do this. This is what I enjoy.
well,
finding
every
enjoyment out
other
of
day
doing
besides
vlogs
then you're
and
like,
stuff.
no, this is all I want to do.
You want to be
I
a
don't care.
nurse and you want to help people.
I want to be a
or
travel
something.
nurse. That's my end game.
Travel around and just take care of people.
Travel around.
Where do you want to travel to?
everywhere. I want to travel the world.
The world?
Mm-hmm.
You don't stay in the United States?
I don't want to live in the United States. I want to move to Canada.
Why to Canada?
Because I like Canada.
Why?
Seems better there. I go to Canada all the time because, like I told you, where my grandparents live.
Oh,
it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which I only go to like the touristy areas, which is like kind of lame, but it's cool. Everyone's nice there. Everyone's mean here. And they have like free healthcare and stuff.
They do
which
have free
is
healthcare.
nice.
I don't know. For me, it always seems like that's one of those things it seems better like on the outside looking in.
Yeah, that's
true. But then
true.
once you're in, you're just like, that's what I feel like with most of the places in the world.
Yeah, that's what you said, and it kind of makes sense, but like,
it's
anything's better than this.
How did I put it? I said something poetic.
No, you're like, it'll all be the same.
Yeah, I said the sun sets the same everywhere you go.
Well, don't think about it like that.
But that's what it is. It's the same no matter where you go. It just seems different. You like get this whole vibe of it being like some great escapade. I don't know.
It is kind of cool.
I got a friend Sam. He travels a lot. He goes around the United States. And he loves it. But to me, and he's always trying to get me to go with him.
Then go. You need to get out there.
I'm not doing it though because I don't want. There's no calling to me like with that.
Well, is your calling to stay here?
Yeah. Or I mean, it's just the same.
No, you can't think of things like that, Jay. You have to be excited about stuff.
I don't get excited about
I
stuff.
know.
I just stay the same monetary.
No,
just
you don't. It's all just.
Yeah, maybe I'm caught up in my head, like I said in the beginning. Anyways, I guess if I had to travel to one place, Japan, seems pretty cool.
That's what my dad says.
Really? Me and your dad are a lot alike. We weigh the same. We
y'all are about the same height.
What
size shoe are you?
12.
Oh, he's a 9.
Oh no, I'm not on the feet. Yeah, I had to put on shoes because I don't trust my feet on the internet. I'm glad you wore shoes too. I was gonna warn you.
Why wouldn't I? You think I'm just gonna pull up here barefoot?
I don't know how you.
Well, I was about to wear my slippers, and then I was like, well, what if I show my feet and they just don't look cool?
Well, you
know,
on
the internet.
The internet's huge on feet. Do you know this?
Yeah, like foot fetish type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, but I don't want my shit on there, bro.
Nobody wants to see my feet.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Let's end it with whatever you want.
Thank you for listening to
the Heavily Spiced podcast. I just want you to know too, we were gonna do this in like 3 or 4 days, but Lindsey told me like 2 hours before I had to go to work, and she was like, "Let's just do it tonight.
Well, because I have a really big week this week.
It's like 1:30 in the morning. And
it's definitely way later. It's probably almost 2. Yeah, because we started this at 1:20.
Oh, God, you're right. Well, we ate that pizza for like the first 30 minutes. Oops, sorry.
We got to eat.
Yeah, let's finish that bad boy.
No.
That's what I want to do.
Of course.
Well, yeah, close us out. You're already going to close us out.
No, I really don't know what to say.
You just say thanks. Do you want to?
Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe, follow, hit me up on Instagram at whatever the ad is.
Well, you want people to find you on Instagram?
No.
Why does no one want to do that?
Because you just don't know who's gonna find you through this. It's creepy.
It is creepy. They'll find
you anyway. Especially being a girl.
Hey, if they want to find you,
stop.
They'll find you.
Yeah, they're gonna put tags on my car and shit. It's scary. This is a scary world we live in, especially being a girl. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, Lindsey, thanks for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. Any last final words?
Thank you for having me, Jet.
There's no big deal. But now you know where I live. Okay, bye everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
I love you.